Hello, folks. Another beautiful day. Today, I want to talk about a very important idea. This idea goes with the new times, with the ascension, you know, um, with the ascension. How do you say it? The events, with the present times. Anyway, and that's interpreting emotions. Certain emotions gonna come out. I mean, even though you know, we've managed to integrate, our light codes. And what's happened is that, you know, some of this integration is also configuration as well. So which means that while that's going on, certain residues or certain memories of, of past experience that had been negative or had not, served us, in the past might come up. For example, certain situation with, you know, like in relationship situation where you working with somebody or you meet somebody, and then certain things might come up or certain how do you say it? Certain, you know, certain how do you say it? Like when you meet somebody, you may have a it says that this is going to be like in the past or a certain event or certain experience that happened in the past. You may think, oh, this is going to, or maybe not, or maybe it's just the way you feel at the time. It may come up in your memory. You may suddenly feel like this. I hope this is not going to be the same experience from the past or things like that. Certain feelings may come up as anxiety. And certain way of interpreting this emotion. So what the divines told me, what I've been shown, about dealing with certain emotions, is that to not attach how we feel now to a particular memory in the past. Certain feelings may look like feelings from the past, but to look at it in a different light, to look at it like we're looking at it from for the first time. And that's because everything is new now. The templates are new, the the informations are new. So what that means exactly is that where we come from the heart space, we're not so much relating to the past or the future. We're so much in grounded and grounded within the present moment. We are everything we're doing, we're focusing on is based on the present moment, and to just keep focused on that present moment. To not let this emotion drag you into the past, because certain emotions can actually lower your frequency, you know, into the frequency you had in the past, based on, you know, a certain frequency of experience or certain frequency of feelings or thoughts, about past experience. So all these things can trigger you to lower your vibe. So what the divine showed us is that when we feel like a certain kind of uneasiness and things like that, to not so much relate it to the past, but to look at it and see that this is an opportunity to witness the transformation, to witness transcendence, to witness how do we say it, to witness uh, something different, something better than the past experience. So this is the idea, folks. Like when we go through, when we process emotions now, even when we process a negative emotion, so not related to the past, to process it within, the love and light frequency, within the frequency that says, I'm willing to give this another go. I'm willing to look at this from, from a divine point of view. I'm willing to look at this from a neutral space. So by doing that, we allow, the new to manifest rather than what had manifested in the past. So this is another way of saying that, even though we have grown, we have been transformed, a lot of us don't realize that until certain events may pops up, and what we do is we take a back seat, we let the ego take the back seat, the analytical mind to take the back seat, to not relate so much to what's happened in the past, to look at things from a child's point of view, from a how do you say it, from a child's point of view. A child would think and look at a situation and say, you know, let's see, hopefully this will be a different experience. You know, let's see what happens. A child would not quickly relate it to the parent and say, yes, I know what's going to happen. A child is always curious, to be open-minded. And this is the part that the divine is telling me about being open-minded. That certain experience that's happened in the past may actually happen again, but to not relate it as a negative experience, to see the light of it, to see through it, and to not relate it as something, negative or something that might repeat itself. Certain things may actually look like it's repeating itself, but divine is saying that it's not going to repeat itself. If you trust it, if you allow your vibration to stay, in that fifth dimensional range, that things just becomes, things either becomes neutral in a way where we build, where we build on the neutrality into the positive state, or things are automatically positive. So all we do is we accept it, for all it is. So there's two ways to it: accepting, the present moment for all that there is, and then the second one is, is to not project into what is. Accept and don't project. Just observe and let things flow. Let expect things to flow. So let it flow. And that's what the divine is saying. So this is about interpreting light emotions. So even when we interpret negative emotions, to see it as a new experience, to not see it as negative. And that's all it's about, because the divine is telling me that the times, the energy is different, and what we feel like is heavy in the past, it's not so heavy after all. To just give it another go, to not let our experience in the past, dissuade us from, from transcending our experiences. And that's all the message I was trying to explain this yesterday, but I knew that it was going to be a lot more information on it. I couldn't really do it on that video, so I had to do this video today, to explain what I mean by, interpreting light emotions. And that's all it means, folks. Once again, may the joy of knowing yourself be with you now and always. Peace, friends.